you see it?
Meteor, hello Fanny, hello everybody. Why the creeper from the start? Oh, damn it. Okay, let me see. Oh, wait. I actually came back to life. Yesterday I've been testing this stupid thing for like an hour and it would not come up after a ragdoll. You fixed it, Meteor, thank you. Binging an emergency room TV show with no censoring during dinner really was a great decision. I think you saw something very disgusting, huh? I've been served, yeah. Well, at least it fixed the model, I guess. There's been a new, another second update on VTuber Plus that I'm still skipping. The Bit for the Curious. I have never heard of it. Have you turned it on and off again? I've tried the turning on and off again, but I have not tried the blowing up thing. But yeah, the second update has been some new added effects, and there's at least two of them that I really want to add that I think are very fun. But yeah, when you throw stuff at my head, it doesn't react like that anymore. And the ragdoll was broken in all versions. And the previous update was claiming that it improved the ragdoll. And like, I don't see anything better about it. So for now, I'm still still skipping the updates. But I did fix the Hey Listen. Now it works again. I figured out what was wrong with it. Yeah, it was a broadcast. It was broadcast this year. It'll take you at least 3 decades before you naturally hear of it. I think you're right. 3 decades. Anyway, let's see. Last time we were stuck in this game, but I don't know. How attached are you guys to my head reacting to the throws? Because the new effects are really cool, but I don't know. Let's see. I know I am attached to them personally, but also I learned that sticky objects can stick to my hands. So if I'm able to react quickly enough to block the pie or other sticky items like Navi, they might stick to my hand instead of my body or my head. But I tried to block the Navi from Hey Listen, but I don't know, it seems like it's impossible. I think the tracker never places my hand close enough to my shoulders to actually block it, so I guess I need to cut it off in the path. But anyway, let's see. Why am I playing with the mouse? Let's see. Controller, yes. For the Sims, working right away. The controller. It's mostly about what's in that head reacting, I suppose. Well, it goes like that with every hit. But with the new version, it just stays like that. So you're hitting me and I'm not even flinching, kind of thing. Let's see, maybe there's something that we can spin around or something. Let's start with the newest evidence. I've already done this. Damn it. Okay. Grizzled Red Jane doesn't even react anymore. Yeah. I forgot what these puddles were. Oh, that's where we found blood, right? Jay has enough PTSD from sacrificing all her wives to the devil. What? When did I do that? Maybe we need to investigate further to fill up at least one more spot. That repeated number there. Oh, Alice in Wonderland. Yes, I did do that. Yeah, what was it called? Not Alice in Wonderland. I know the game you're talking about, but let's just go with Alice in Wonderland for now. She did that willingly. Yes, maybe a little bit. Damn it, the Y is confusing my brain. Okay. Why is this not checked? We've already seen this, right? There's a small tag on the knife. We actually used it in court. Maybe there's something new after all the information we have. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? Not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DO6 maybe it's the same, maybe it's a case number. Nothing new, okay. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. That's what I'm doing already. Okay, nothing new. What's up? Let me see. It was nothing. What a boring strap. Okay, this is not new either. I wish we could turn this around and see if there's blood on the other side, because this was in the evidence room, right? I like to think you're standing right in front of her and you're just frantically looking through your suitcase. Yeah. Did we never check this? 712. Okay, we did check this. Nothing on the other side. It's not even white on the other side. What a special kind of paper. Must be the victim's blood, right? I wonder if it's something silly like, you know, a new talk option appears at somebody, which is like the most common mistake I've had when I'm getting stuck like this. Okay, let's go check that theory. I've looked it up and I'm still not sure because it's hard to know what Jay hasn't done. I think I've tried showing all the evidence to everybody. And it's even harder to get unstuck because it's been a week almost since we last came here. You got a hint? What is it? Did I spray this thing? How do I do this again? I think I sprayed it. But doesn't hurt to double check. Yes, I did. I'm pretty sure I missed something. But no idea what. I do remember finding blood here, but he didn't put it on any map. So maybe we need to get a map of this place somehow. Or maybe we need to spray while he's here and he's like... Uh-oh. No, he doesn't react. What if I show him the map with the trail of blood? No, that's not how we present it. Try the tall cactus? Again? Let me just try this first. Okay, he doesn't take it. Maybe I need to examine it like after I have sprayed it. This cactus sure is prickly, it must be real. Best keep your distance from Billy there. You're liable to get hurt. Billy, the cactus has a name? Okay, I think this is new. Billy, you're wearing your cowboy hat on your hand. Ah, my rawhide cowskin 10-gallon hat. I just picked that up, but Billy took a fancy to it. Looks like it got stuck on the spines and couldn't get it off. I wonder if he's hiding something under that hat. That did nothing. Oh, what's this? It's not new. Maybe we just need to inspect something while he's here. I did spray it. I already found the blood on it, on the top. But it wasn't marked on a map or anything. Unless there's something more or that I missed after I sprayed it. Look on the floor. It's a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. I just roped me a steer with this here lasso. What? It was a bellowing moo pal too. Detective Gumshoe, I presume. The evidence room is beyond that door. I turned on the card reader. Go have yourself a ball, partners. And I have the ID card, a real ID card. You sure have a lot of monitors in here. There's 8 cameras in the evidence room in all. One for each section. Which monitor shows the section where the crime took place? Why do cattle sit before rain comes? It's not for man to know. Unless you're the security guard responsible. Oops. Let's try presenting the bloodstains to him. Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence, okay, never mind. He knows nothing about it. You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. Can you take a look at this? The ID record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard the rumors, so it was Goodman who came in here at the time. Whoa. Okay, that's just when he tells us the other number is Edgeworth. No, I didn't get unstuck. We've seen this before. Was I comatose last time? No, I think it's just... It's been a while since we played. Let's try presenting this to her. Maybe she recognizes a number. This was nothing. Let's go back to the detention center and see if Meekins recognizes any of these numbers. Wait, I presented the wrong one. Did I present the wrong one to her too? Could you please take a look at this? Okay, that was useless. Did you ever pan to the right in that evidence room with Gumshoe? Yeah, but let's see, maybe I missed something. But let me double check that I presented the correct thing to her. Okay, it was nothing. What about if I present She was a former police officer not too long ago. So she should be familiar with these things. Maybe she knows something about the jar. No? Let's see. We missed this. We missed the glove. Okay. Maybe that's what we needed. Thank you, Flonny. That's evidence number 11. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go again, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Hey pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth Inquiry Committee should be letting out soon. What the hell is that? I'm going to give them my report for the day. That's a report? It might help, you know. A report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Can we take a look at that? Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. Okay. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Let's take a look at the glove. Unstuck for real, yes, thank you. SL911. I guess this is another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Zeraika, what's up? How are you? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag. That's our problem with it? What is a zag? Do you challenge me? What? Are you playing a word game now? She did not explain it. She made up that word. It's not a real word. Nothing to inspect other than the tag. Why? Okay. Had a wicked nap after work. That's the best. Yes. Tag. Okay, let's see. I want to double check I didn't miss anything else, but I think we just need to go to Edgeworth. I've checked these before, even though it doesn't have a check mark. Maybe it's just because Gumshoe isn't here anymore, we're not gonna see his comment. How's detective work going? We were very stuck for a while since last stream, and Flonny just carried us out of it, so we're fine now. For now, at least. Let's see. Sometimes moving can be very confusing in this game. February 23rd. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. What? That's the last person I expected to see in here. Ah, guests. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Why is he here? Have we met somewhere? He doesn't remember us. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? Is he hiding under the table? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. How could I possibly miss that? He's not a tiny character. Maybe he's just blending in with the with the decor. It's all the same color. Right. He has the Hotel Brigham tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from District Prosecutor's Office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Can we take a look at that? Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. Okay. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Don't tell me he's that dumb. Come on, Edgeworth. Look at it. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Okay, he's stressed out. Inquiry Committee. How did the Inquiry Committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time, again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. So the judge gave him an extra day to investigate, and then they just took that day away from him with the committee and then actually changing who's in charge. So he doesn't get to investigate. So he doesn't even have the right to flip that flyer to look at it, to investigate it. Can you give it to us so we can investigate it, please? The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. Okay. So now the investigation is under control of the ones manipulating the evidence. Thank you for the loot, Zoraika. I would say this pose of Edgeworth is very lewd. Just add some, red cheeks on his face, and it would be very lewd. Maybe, maybe remove that jacket and the 3 napkins over there and open up the shirt a little bit. That would be lewd. Edgeworth is so submissive, basically, at Sundari. Yeah. We invested ourselves and found us not guilty. Investigated. Oh, invested? I think either I'm misunderstanding or maybe you made a typo, Meteor. I make it lewd. I mean, can you say... Can you redeem the lewd emote and expect me not to find why it was redeemed? I need to find out. I need to theorize. Definitely wasn't just to test what the redeem was for, right? Maybe just remove the jacket, open up the shirt a little bit, lower his pants. It's already so lewd. Quote, no. You're not real, you're just a steel toy. Code 7, no. I'm trying to get it to be not so tight. Excuse me. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still, wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Okay. What were you doing there? Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. Okay, he's gonna refuse any evidence, I think. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edwards just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. Which one is my best evidence? Okay, no, not that one. Suddenly pulls out an updated autopsy report out of his ass. Doesn't even fit the situation. Okay, which one is my best evidence? Could it be the glove? No. He's not interested. That was all of my new evidence and he rejected all of it. I have my best evidence right here. Slowly pulls a middle finger out of his suitcase. Come on, Edgy. Wait! That was different. You're the man who revived the worst memory of my life. Figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Ah, damn it, I missed a few lines of that and it doesn't allow me to go back unless it's a cross-examination. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Okay, so this probably opened up a new option to talk to him about, but I want to see the full reaction to this because I was skipping through it. I know you. You probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. Okay. Let's talk. Allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. What's his position now? That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too, then. He was a top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I did not touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully, not like Von Karma. Okay, that was the end of the conversation. Maybe he'll be willing to look at other evidence now. Okay, never mind, he won't. Let's see, maybe somebody popped up somewhere else now. Well, she left the scene. He left too. I missed something over there. Okay, let's go back. I go back. And the controller just decided to disconnect. This is weird because the light stays on it, but for some reason it stops working. Wait. I need to turn it back on after I reconnect it. Controller is making up for start of the stream. Let's see. This is the opposite of that one vending machine meme. What's the vending machine meme? I go for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing, the drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend, what an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Okay, that wasn't it. I feel like I need to get that flyer from him and see what Gumshoe wrote on the back of it. Still need to read that vending machine Isaki. I think you told me about that one before. I remember. I have not read it either though. Broken vending machine with the sign, my light is broken but I still work, and below is the caption, me too vending machine, me too. I'll just wait for Jay to be ready to spoiled again. Do I need to present something to him, or do I need to find something in his room? Oh, I present two things, okay. Can't find something in the room. Okay, let's go through every single evidence until he reacts to something else. You know, you've probably got a hold of some information. Okay. So it was old evidence of the SL9, both of them, right? A stock. Oh. That didn't work? Why doesn't he react to this one the same way? Sole evidence from the case. Okay. What a view. It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the speed at the time of impact would be... This was new. Maybe I missed it the first time. Jay isn't much of a scientist. Got it. Approximately 70.71 miles per hour. Oh, I get it. I thought we sprayed his room, didn't we? This feels rude to do. He's not he's not even objecting. Not a fan of the spraying mechanic. Oh, so it wasn't the spraying. Oh. I guess I missed a spot. Where could it be? Okay. Go guess where there might be blood, yeah. What? It looks like some blood has dripped down here. Judging by the amount, my guess is from a nosebleed. A nosebleed, Maybe in his wrath, Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone for their incompetence. Why does Detective Gumshoe's face come to mind? Okay. We didn't take a picture of it, right? Right. Maybe I didn't get all the blood spots. And present him with a bloody nose. Those dang sinuses, those placid cosinuses. I feel like the ladder should have something, but it doesn't. Only tangentially related. Knew it was coming. Is there another bloodstain in here, Flonny? I'm starting to really not... I think this is my least favorite case right now. No more bloodstains. Let's see, maybe somebody showed up somewhere. Uh, did I spray in here? I think I did, but let's double check. I presented both of them. I think you're just required to present one of them to unlock the same talking point. Can't spray the police station? Can? Can. Let's try Edgeworth again. Maybe I didn't use the right item. How do I get there? What's up, Phoenix, right? How are you? I love Edgeworth, me too. Now I see your point, but I am kind of very stuck. Let's see. Goodman's note. He looks like an angry cat. For 50p? What is 50p? She was too lesbian. Who is 50p? Or what is 50p? Culture me. Where's Maya? What have you done with her? Let's try again. Yeah. Oh, British money. Okay. Hence. She's a friend. Let's steal from her. Let's steal her stuff first. Yeah. I really don't know. I don't know. Why can't I move on? Damn it. Everybody else is gone. So it tells me it has to be with him. Either that or, you know, Meekins. Meekins is the only one still available. A record to present? I presented everything to him though, including the record. What's up, Sorin? How are you? Do I go back time? What are you guys objecting about? And who's the lesbian you're talking about? Your hamster just bit your tit on. That sounds very, very painful. I think it's also lesbian. Which record were you talking about, Flonny? A record to present. Or who do I present it to? I discovered evidence? Is that your hamster typing? Oh, you want me to present this, but we already did, unless he takes a look at it again after. No. Wait, that's the wrong one. This is the paper. Oh, right. I'd better check this now. As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID card usage? Why didn't he react to it before? If they really want me to do things in a very specific order, this is kind of a bit annoying. You went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Maybe he was worried about the evidence being transferred. Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less, so he gets framed for it. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. Why would he want him to steal it and hide it in his office? The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbing, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. No one cares about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth brought back to his office by Gant's request. AI-16. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the case. Progress, yes. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science? Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid. Well then. You might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. I'm sorry, Jay. You're about to scream. Why? Is it because we have still more investigating to do? Spread powder. Oh man. Well, at least we can find the fingerprints on that, the mascot thing. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, no need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Whoa. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Okay. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. I think the whole stream is just gonna be investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Okay. Let's take a look at this. You think Gumshoe would be meticulous enough to properly take and compare fingerprints? Probably not. What's that got to do with this? What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows, this might turn out to be a clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Damn it. Okay. I thought he gave us a file with the fingerprints to compare to, right? Okay, I think the one place I want to check right away is this. How do I use it? It doesn't have an extra action. Maybe I just need to examine and he automatically does it. No? I'm guessing you can't spray items? It's not giving me any action that I can do on the... like in the menu itself. How do I use it? I think it would be maybe a good idea to use it on the evidences, which I think what you were trying to say. Maybe this isn't the fingerprint he was thinking about, and maybe it will only get used by itself if I examine the blueprint I need. I mean the handprint I need. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Maybe I need to do them in order or something. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. I think this is the clearest one. Okay, now is the time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. How do you do that? With enter, see? It looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. On the DS, you had to blow on the microphone. Oh my god. Huh? How do I do that? With E. Exciting, I know. We can all imagine what Jay would do next, trying to fingerprint Edgeworth. Oh no. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake, right? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to. I don't know if, you know, having your saliva on the evidence is a good idea. Sounds like Shay. What? It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. Just pour the powder on thick. Just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, mister, right? I guess I'd better give it a try. Is it working? Oh. Aha, you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. But how? There was blood. Maybe it was somebody else's blood on the hand. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigation. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Ooh. Oops. How do I compare it? I think I'd like to try one of the other fingerprints. Let's move on to a different finger. There's more? Jay is spreading coke. Am I using too much? She said to spread it on thick. Almost an Animaniacs gag. I think I heard of the Animaniacs, but I'm not getting the gog part. I don't see any other prints, and it's not turning yellow anywhere. They're letting me redo the same one, why? Let's fill up the whole screen. Pick an owner, but I didn't see the file that he claimed has all of the stuff. Yeah, this is like definitely the worst case, I think, in my opinion. I'm confused now too, yeah. I cannot even like press back and get out of this to check, you know, other locations. Quote, in this case, you'll find nothing. Oh, I just needed to do it a lot more thicker, I think. In this case, you'll find nothing. Someone must have been wearing a glove here. Don't give up yet, as there is a faint print just below, to the left of the bloody handprint. Examine it this time, find a clear fingerprint. Can then pick its owner. Okay. Every dang pixel, yeah. Damn it. A print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. No kidding. Let's match it up. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet. This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she is right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth and point out the person you think left those prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So these fingerprints would... whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Maybe Gumshoe? Oh my god, I actually need to know how to compare them. How do I... Oh. Let's start with Gumshoe. Actually, it looks like his, but let's see what pressing compare does. Match found. Okay, I don't need to actually know how to do it myself. Uh-huh. So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Good job, thank you. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Now one more. Thanks for the sympathy. I am guessing it's the one on the mascot. If I remember correctly. There was one other handprint in this room. Never mind. They still want to check the ones in this room. I want to check the one on the mascot. They've been teasing us with the mascot evidence forever. I think it was on the one with the cloth coming out of it, right? This is where we got a luminal fluid reaction, right? Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this? There go her eyes sparkling again. Let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? You only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Okay, maybe we're finally gonna go to the mascot. Never mind, we're still here. At least they're giving me the option to go back now. If anything, the prints would be under this because of how this locker works, but I cannot get under. And I am spamming A, so it's not like I'm just waiting for it to turn yellow. Come on, game. Oh. I did not see anything there, but let's go with this. Make sure we get every pixel very, very thick. Miss Marshall. Right? Hey, those fingerprints, they... Who are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Found a bloody handprint left in the evidence room. The print had been wiped. That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. Or is he? He's definitely suspicious. Everybody who was involved in that case is suspicious. The luminol reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a white blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you would call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Damn it, I want to check the handprint on the mascot. What are we supposed to do with the mascot? Save your progress, yes. Maybe at some point they're gonna be like, what is your evidence? And we're gonna be like, oh, the mascot has this handprint, let's check it out right now. Even though we didn't bring the mascot physically inside the courtroom. They're edgeworthing with the mascot, yeah. Okay, let's see. February 24, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. Lena? And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lena? Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. What does indisposed mean? I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. Oh, I guess she's apologizing because I couldn't see her in the detention center. So how did it go? It was as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I stuck a plea bargain. Averse, disinclined, unwilling to do a task, okay? Mildly ill. Thank you. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lena, don't tell me you... Much to my regret. I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Mrs. Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're gonna have to excuse Mr. Marshall. We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to do, Mr. Right. Is she gonna be on the witness stand to tell the truth instead of whatever lie she made up in that confession? February 24th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lena Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In doing so, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For his first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. Meekins? The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Someone truly meek. Oh, this is gonna be funny. Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. Wait, this is the first witness to immediately respond to that question from Edgeworth. My occupation is, that would be no. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to hear from you, sir, I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir. Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. What? You can't fault him for lack of enthusiasm. Crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. Let me hydrate a little bit. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Flonnie. I'm double hydrating, I guess. There we go. Do you know that I'm very thirsty right now, Flonnie? I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. Yes, Edgeworth is in court, so of course you are. Yeah, I'm still imagining him with his buttons down. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. We need to know why Marshall wasn't guarding. Why was Meekins assigned to this role? And I think Marshall was actually wearing that costume, Goodman's outfit. And that's why he couldn't produce the ID and he attacked Meekins. What is that word, Flanny? Or do you also have a hamster typing on this on the keyboard? Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. Suspicious. Am I supposed to be able to figure that word out on my own? I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. He is the one... Okay. Yikes. Now there's a scary thought. Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The mascot? The Blue Badger? Yes, sir, the lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. Was it still in the evidence room? They had to hide it, didn't Gumshoe tell us that? Right? Unfortunately, source no longer exists, thanks Twitter. But the observant chatters will realize what's up. I'm not an observant chatter. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. Are we sure that guy works there and they don't just humor him? Maybe. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. Can we take a look at it? So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is, I found it. This is the one right there. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. Okay, so he entered twice. That's my number, sir. Wait. Was it really him at 5:14? Very suspicious. see. Huh. But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice. Please explain, witness. Or those entrance times are also exit times? I don't think so, because nobody else was repeated twice. Right? Everybody had to leave. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so he entered twice for real. So, the Blue Badger was inside the evidence room when the murder happened. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see, so it was during that second time when... Yes, sir, that's when I spotted the man on the security screen. These of all who entered the evidence room on 221. We still don't know who the All Seven's ID is. But it seems like a joke kind of ID. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought. Wait, I didn't. No, I meant to go back. I wanted to go back to the previous one to press on it. I wish they had the press button on something else, you know? Like, why? Why isn't it not on Y? What exactly do you mean when you say did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew, yes, he punched me straight in my face, sir. Okay, let's go back. Okay, we were on the third statement. That was only what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir, a knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you'd just kept your cool, your hands wouldn't be... That's enough browsing. Stumbled upon Gender-bent Edgeworth. Ooh, I wanna see that. Especially in that pose when he's looking like that. When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. Okay, that's why he said the blood was on his coat. And I think that coat ended up being worn by Lena. Let me take a look. Was it this picture? No. This picture. There is blood on the collar. And it does match up with it being, you know, the left hand. Flan has to decide I don't know if it was worth, just for you, Jay. Let me see. Let me check my Discord. I didn't open it. It's taking its time. No, it's checking for updates. Okay, we'll come back for this later. VIP chat, because no idea why not. Is it very sus? I wonder. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? No, I don't look. Oh, wait, we already saw this one. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. About what time did you regain consciousness? Okay, let me see. Discord loaded. Oh, that is very cute. Now I want Edgeworth as a girl. Oh, there's another picture. Very saucy picture. Nice. Okay, let me actually close Discord because it's starting to lag my PC. Wow, it took its time to even close. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that, sir? I was unconscious. Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's a nice, it's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. So they didn't arrest him right away. He still finished his duty of moving the Blue Badger out. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins? With regard to that, sir. Take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. I don't know, I feel in his testimony he never said that he killed him. So why were oh, it's very clear what happened. The chief, this has to be the doctored evidence, I think. Delivered it. What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir, that's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera and the evidence room. What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I should just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word, murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Something fell out there? It doesn't show the murder. There is no body. It does show him sneaking up on the guy, yeah. Was it actually Goodman? Because he had no trouble opening that locker. But then that nothing makes sense. Why didn't he just show the ID? Everybody is stunned. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? Okay, that's the Blue Badger. That's the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Video from the security camera placed in the evidence room. Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room and some sort of activity. But I didn't read that. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. Mystery man. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there is no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. This is bad. There is a timestamp on the videotape too. So all we're getting at is he's at two different places. There is no way he could be moved to the parking lot within like 3 minutes or so. Was this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. Everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Do we actually have the videotape in our inventory? We do. You guys did see something fall out of the locker when he opened it, right? But if that was the case, it must be something that we picked up. See, it looked like a piece of paper, but the only piece of paper is this, and this couldn't have been that. No, we just watched Edgeworthiana the videotape. Let me take a look at it one more time. Maybe it was the glove falling off. At least they're sparing us the music. Oh, it's the glove, it's the glove. Okay. Okay. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter. What? So, why did he go in after Goodman anyway, after letting him in? Did he let him in? Baton drawn and all. I think Goodman, like, entered with his own ID card. Right? And then he saw him on the camera and he's like suspicious, so he drew out his baton. And you see, it was Goodman that entered right before Meekins. So that adds up too. He's standing guard at the door, right? How would Goodman enter? I don't know. I don't know if he was actually standing guard. It was like weird, like at the start of the testimony, the first testimony, he's like, I was assigned to guard it, and then he's like, no, I wasn't assigned to guard it, I was assigned to guard the mascot itself. So I think it's not that he's suspicious, he's just misremembering things. Especially like he got hit on the head, right? And also he thinks that he murdered him when I think he didn't. So I think we need to jog his memory on what really happened. The latter, but you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see. Even if you weren't talking to him, you were fighting him. That's a good trait for a police officer. So, I'm sure it was him. I would bet my badge on it. But there was no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as seen or not seen it. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or Meekins. Eek! Oh my god! Was that the sound of a chicken there? Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claimed the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. About those lockers, is there any other way to open them? No, sir, I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. There has to be another way, like... What if, you know, like, right now Goodman is dead, how do you ever open his locker ever again if you need evidence from his locker? This whole system is bad. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he tried, and why. The typical movie magic, copy the fingerprint onto a glove. I was like thinking, is that really something that works, or is it, you know, just made up stuff? If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to his registered fingerprint, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Maybe we can point out the contradiction that this person was wearing a glove and opened it with ease. So maybe it is what you said, Flonnie, about having the fingerprint copied on the glove. But if that was the case, why didn't we pick up a fingerprint on, you know, the bloody print over there, right? Cannot tell if he really is wearing gloves or it's, you know, just because it's black and white either. Depends on the sensor and how poor quality it is. Maybe. Exactly my point, sir, and this too. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir, they keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. For the record, the opened locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. What source? So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife onto my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with this fixed security video? I think if they give me the option that he was wearing a glove, I will go with that. But let's double check, maybe we missed something else. The Blue Badger already had the handprint there too. And then he just disappears. He opened another... Did you see that? The first locker doesn't have the cloth falling off of it. Look at that, look at that. And at the end, after he escapes, it is there. Very hastily opened and closed. He probably tucked down the camera so it doesn't catch him and waited for it to look away. So now we have two things we can potentially point out that are wrong. So let's see what the prompts are. Look at it, look at it. Huh? Oh wait, one more round and then it will show up there. See? Okay, let's see what they tell us. There is a problem. This time I actually read my options and I scrolled down. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I propose we have the defense point out to this alleged contradiction in the video. He would want me to point it out. Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of. Okay, I'm gonna save because if it's not the glove, we're gonna lose some HP and then we have to wait until the end of the tape to point out the piece of cloth. Yeah, you better save. Okay, let's see. Have to point out the problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Oh. Just take a good look at and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. Or the game tells you. Maybe. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction? And that indicates the man... Oh, wait. Fast forward. I cannot even point at the glove. Right? So it's not a glove. Maybe I can point at this. Let's try. The thing that's strange about this video would have to be this. I think we failed. Hold on a second. I need to use my eye drops. I don't get it. Okay, that was wrong. Would you mind if I borrowed your eye medicine? Don't look at me with those blearly eyes. Before your eyes get too teary, perhaps you should think this through again. Play the video again. Let's try this again. Just remember one thing, Mr. Wright. Every time you point your finger, someone gets hurt. Oh my god, all of the times you guys point your fingers, you've been hurting somebody. I have 2 emotes for that purpose. What does that say about me? Says the one pointing his finger at us. I'll now play the security tape. Mr. Reich, please show us this contradiction you speak of. Okay, they didn't take away any HP. Let's skip to the end. Blind? Did I miss something else? Okay. No! Damn it. Okay, I need to be ready to pause. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What could it mean? Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. Alex and his goose. What's up? Welcome. How are you? Thank you for the raid. Let me shout you out. Not even geese. What's up? Let me see. Oh no, I did the wrong command. This one is a... Okay. This one is like that. Escape 2. What kind of game is that? What's up, Alex? Feel free to introduce yourself while I figure out how to do a proper shout out. Well, no, I am not allowed more than one goose due to the risk of world domination. What's up? But yeah, welcome raiders. My name is Jay. You can call me. No, my name is Johanna. You can call me Jay. I'm a newbie artist and a newbie gamer, and I've been playing this game for a while now. It's really fun. I don't know if you've played it before, Alex, but if you haven't, you really shouldn't. How are you doing? Sounds like a case of Duck Duck Goose. Ape Escape 2 is an old PS2 3D platformer, and it's a bit unhinged. Is it really difficult, I wonder? Nobody landed on the target, damn it. But two of you landed on me. Who was it? Let me see. I am curious. I want to take a look at some pictures of that game. Looks really fun though. It looks fun, but I am kind of really bad at platformers, so even if it happens too easy, I think it would be very challenging for me nonetheless. The controls make it harder, but it isn't too difficult. Okay. So you have to fight the controls in addition to, you know, being a platformer. But how was it? Are you enjoying it? What you are looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman. I mean, he was able to open both lockers, right? So he knows a trick to opening the lockers. I'm having fun with it? Nice. I think I am a little bit blessed of not having played like retro games a lot. So if I ever get around to play them, I still get that joy of, playing an old game for the first time. Jay is thinking too far ahead and also blind. No. Jay plays Disney's Aladdin. Oh, no. I do not play that game. Never. I saw it on sale the other day and I was like, should I take Flani on her challenge? I was like, no. Maybe later. Maybe I'll wait for another sale. Hopefully next year. You will, yes. No. Almost walked right into the defense trap. I'll place him under arrest, sir. Lion King, no. I guess technically I did try to play these two games a little bit, but I sucked so hard at both of them and instead decided to watch my sister play it. That was before streaming video games was a thing. And I guess watching her play all kinds of games is kind of why I really, I don't know. I like streaming and I like watching people stream. Rats! I need to slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. Now what do I do? Maybe I need to point it out at the start and at the end. Very well, let's try this again. Just remember one thing, Mr. Right? Oh man. I don't get to point twice? Oh, damn it, that's not how it works. I want a hint. Am I on the right track? Your hint is Eureka. Oh. Do I need to go back to the cross-examination and ask about what I just pointed out in the video? Or is there a way I can point out like what I mean when I point at that piece of cloth? It is in the video. So I guess I missed some other contradiction. I guess that's what you meant by looking ahead, right? Jumping ahead. It's not relevant right now, but it's gonna be relevant later. Let's see. We need to watch this very closely. There is this light. Does it mean it's already open? The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. Yeah, it was already open. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint if it's a match. The light turns on and the lock is released. Who's that picture he has in his locker? Did we not see this last time? I guess he was demonstrating how it works for us. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. You need to prove that it isn't Goodman that opened the locker. Yeah, I think this will get it, maybe. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Do I need to do anything? Do I have to watch the whole thing? When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker... Let's rewind to a little earlier. Here, notice the light? The song is driving Jay nuts. How do you know that? You can't see my real expression. Notice the light. What's this? It's already lit. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. He did the chicken sound again. Order, order. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Maybe the glove was covering the sensor with the intent of keeping it open without it, reporting any issues. Me, Your Honor? Yes, why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jammed the system's sensor? Something jammed the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked, Mr. Wright. Please point out the cause for this. I know, the song is back. Okay. Jay is very eager to fast forward. At least they don't fast forward the song itself. Imagine that music sped up. Damn it. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Sped up with a bass added, low quality nightcore. What? What is nightcore? What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when they don't let me read that. We can't be sure that the item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. They just keep showing the video, don't they? They're giving me a lot of chances to hydrate. I've memorized it by heart by now. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes it. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Might be the tag itself, not the whole glove. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Or I guess the glove itself is thin enough and an insulator, right? Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I've finally got this figured out. I guess I need to present the glove. They cannot tell it's a rubber glove from the video. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. It was. It has the tag on it, bro. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Order, order, order. So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. What is your evidence? The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. No, you provide testimony. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Jay, Edgeworth is the prosecution. That's why he will be providing the evidence, like you challenged him to. But very well, begin your testimony. Mystery Man 2. There's one other thing that proves that man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. An ID card record, I see. That's another contradiction, because it was used there to open the door at 5:14, and also we found the ID card at the crime scene. The one, at the parking lot, the other crime scene. An ID card can be stolen, say, after the victim has been murdered. Yeah, but the other problem is now the ID card was at 2 places too. Which is weird. Unless it was planted there after. Which also would take at least 30 minutes. Because it seems like the initial investigators did not see it. We saw it after we came to the crime scene later. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim. Just before the crime, huh? Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing strikes me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? He makes a good point. This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases. Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Oh, so the serial killing was not just, civilians, it was actually specifically police staff. That's more to add to the case that there is some kind of cover-up. Somebody was cleaning up the police staff. Sad violin. Thank you, Zareka. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Oh, thank you for the highlight. The plot keeps intensifying. So who is the 777 whatever 7? Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon. You seem thirsty, had to do something. Thank you. Illuminati. Yeah, there is some kind of conspiracy in here. Very big conspiracy. Oh no! Bye-bye. Oh damn it, I really am very tempted to get the update to show you guys the new stuff. But without the head reacting to the hits makes it very unfun. I'm not a ghost. Nothing killed me. Objection. I was only abducted. No, do not kill me slowly. Just blow me up with a creeper. Right, I see. Now let us move on. Oh, let me see, can this work? No, it's already stuck on my head. Damn it. I have to catch it while it's falling for it to get actually stuck on my... Does anybody want to throw a pie right now? While I'm ready to catch it. No? Okay. This works too. I can take it off like that. But I have to play with my hands on my head the whole time,
It's working! It's working!
Can I block them? How are you timing this? No. Okay, it's not working very well. Damn it. I wish these ones were sticky. So they stick on my hand. No. I'm already ragdolled. You wasted that creeper. Oh, damn it. Okay, let's move on to the cross-examination. I guess it's too late once it's actually false, or... I don't know. I don't know how it works. Maybe it has a very weird hitbox. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. I feel it would be silly to press. I mean, he's just about to tell us what he's about to tell us. So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir. Couldn't he just use his right hand for that? Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. I think Meekins is left-handed, because he also grabbed the suspect by the collar with the left hand. Just judging from the coat that was bloodied on Lena. Assuming it's the same coat. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. Is that card hanging from your neck one of those ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time is my ID that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID... Ah, damn it, why did they skip that? Maybe I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this. Please proceed with your testimony. When an ID card is used, there is a record of it. Let it be noted that this is the record what the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. So it is, Your Honor. Not that prosecutor again. Maybe he's behind all this, being a prosecutor. He couldn't read that. Mommy, is that man in blue? Don't stare at him. You've got the wrong color, kid. They were accusing me of being the murderer. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, this must be so difficult for him. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir, he didn't show me any ID, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got. I guess I'm supposed to present something. Maybe I should present the ID card and say, well, we found it at the parking lot. Or... Which is Asian 7 7s. I think there are 7 numbers, right? Do I need to look at this again? I wonder if the missing piece is in the first locker, which I believe is Marshall's locker. I believe he was wearing Goodman's outfit, and then Meekins came in, he attacked him, and maybe he took that piece of the jar because that's what he was looking for, and he hastily put it into his own locker to retrieve it later and hide it. I don't know. Hand over the evidence. What do I need to present? I'm gonna try presenting the ID itself just to see if he would say, well, it was at a different location. So maybe there's 2 ID cards. I mean, if there is some kind of cover-up, maybe they did issue him another ID. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. Wait, it worked! I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. The other crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. Alternatively, you could have presented Goodman's lost item report as well. I was thinking about it, and I guess this is what he's telling me to do right now. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Lost item report is only half completed. But it shows that Detective Goodman has lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess, you believe this something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order, so now what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order, order. Order, does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo. Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at the single conclusion. If the victim in this video is fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That's what I've been saying. There was no body. That is... Well, I guess that's right. Is he trying to help me again? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Help? Well, well. Seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such length to prove. I guess this isn't really helping Lena's case, right? Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. But why was the police saying that this was a murder that happened at the evidence room? They didn't have a body, the video didn't really show a murder happen. So why were they faking it? At the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lena Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness. That still doesn't explain how the fake Goodman entered with a stolen ID when the stolen ID was at a different location. A trustworthy witness observed the moment of the defendant used the murder weapon. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lena... What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? I mean, I could say it's Marshall, but that still isn't a related case now. Let's see. One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven only one thing. The security video did not show the actual murder. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the parking or to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor? If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for the incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Yes, we finally call a witness. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh, who do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify, what is his or her name? Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He is in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? Well, we will, Your Honor. Recess time. I think it is recess time, like for the stream as well. Maybe this is my chance to end the stream here. I don't know if this is gonna be like very short tomorrow and just finish the first game in the trilogy. Or maybe, you know, it's just keeps... the plot keeps getting thicker and thicker and we actually take a couple more streams to finish this part. We'll see. Let's actually get to the recess before I end the stream though. Court is now in recess. Recess is short and then another long trial. Are you suggesting I should at least get to the trial? Or yeah, let's just do the recess really quick and save at the start of the trial. February 24, 11:32 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Third day of investigation and more trials. Oh, I thought we were already on day 3. Whoops. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you've figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out. Lena? You're the one who knows everything. Emma? You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. What the hell? Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. She called him? Hey. I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. Or who called him? That's okay, so have you brought what I asked? Oh, she called him. Why is he confused by seeing her if she called him? You mean this, right? My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. Okay, so she debated him. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident? But Lena, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Why didn't I ask for them? Here, you might do well to read them. I guess Wright really hates reading. He never bothered reading the legal books at his office. And he never asked for any case documents. I can't believe you. The chief prosecutor were a witness in that case. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. She was a witness. Miss Sky was a witness? Files for the Joe Dark killings solved 2 years ago. Just like Jay. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma? But why? Why is your name in here? What? My name is in here? I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be. Lena, this SL9 incident, is that... And that's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark? No, Lena. That's over with, no. Emma, wait. She ran away. Oops, who's gonna carry me now? You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Why is everybody running now? Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lena and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to these killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you, you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I'd better take a good look at these files. Okay. They actually give us a save prompt here, I think. So that's even a better place to stop. Damn it, I'm hungry. Okay. What time is it? It's almost 2. Dad is not gonna be here for a while. Maybe I can grab a cookie or some kind of snack. You can't eat Edgeworth. But I want to. Anyway, thanks everybody for being here. I will be back tomorrow. We will question Jake Marshall. And I still haven't figured out what we're doing for Wednesday, but there will be a stream on Wednesday. And then ukulele on Thursday. So yeah, Have a good rest of your week. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Enjoy your cookie. Yes, we have one last cookie. It's a bit stale, but it's better than nothing. And I guess somebody has to eat it, so it might be me. So I guess we're gonna go and buy more cookies later. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Bye bye.